my boyfriend and I decided to do keto as our New Year's resolution. This was our first meal. So instead of doing like a pasta bake, I did it with broccoli instead of pasta, and we're using pork instead of chicken. So right now I'm just making the sauce. I'm using the dolmio cream and onion sauce. And then I just add almond milk because a lady on TikTok said it was good. I'll tag her in the caption. And then I add all my seasonings, which I will list on the screen. But yeah, we decided to do keto because he wants to lose weight and sticking to a diet is kind of hard. So I thought I'll do it with him so he can actually stick to the diet. Plus I don't mind. It means I can like learn new recipes and all that good stuff. I know people say keto isn't like the best, but apparently it really does work to lose weight. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully in a month we'll be able to like see a visible difference because he is going to the gym as well. But I'm hoping we can stick to a proper schedule. So fingers crossed. By the way, I'm not doing full keto just because it's not really good for me. I am going to eat quite a lot of carbs throughout the day. So I cut the pork up into tiny little pieces and I'm just putting it in with the broccoli right now. Make sure to get all of that sauce because it's like pure oil in there, and oil is fatty, which is what you need for keto. Add in lots and lots of cheese. Like we do one layer of cheese first, and then I add my creamy sauce all over the top. To be honest, I should have made more. I should have put more almond milk in because it was not enough sauce. It was enough for what I did, but I would have liked some more sauce on there. And then I add another layer of cheese on top, which will then go in the oven for, I think I put it in for maybe like 20-30 minutes. It wasn't that long. So yeah, and that's it, all done. I did add an egg on the side because it just wasn't enough. But yeah, he enjoyed it. That was our first meal done. This is day 2 of the keto diet and I made stuffed bell peppers. I'm using beef mince and obviously peppers. So I'm just cutting the tops off the peppers and basically scraping the insides out so it's like a little like pepper bowl. If you know what I mean, you'll see what I mean. I'm cutting these while my meat is cooking, by the way. And I just use salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning and paprika on my meat. And now I'm just prepping all of the ingredients that are going to go inside of the bell pepper. So lettuce, apparently lettuce is really good on a keto diet. I did tomatoes to give it a little bit more stuff on the inside so it's not just meat and peppers. I wasn't actually going to, but I ended up heating up the peppers a little bit in the pan just so it wasn't as cold. So here's the cooked meat, and then I was going to put the lettuce there, but then I was like, there's too much stuff to go on top. So I put the tomatoes. So the meat and tomatoes, then I actually did cream cheese. Yeah, just, you know, the Morrison's cream cheese. I slapped a good chunk on there. And then it was the lettuce. And then I put guacamole on top. I honestly thought I was going to have to cook again after this because I didn't think it was going to fill us up. But 3 of these each, we were full. Like, full. I didn't expect it to fill us up the way it did. But yeah, so if you're worried about it, if you're worried about being hungry afterwards, don't be, because my boyfriend eats a lot and he was satisfied with how much was on his plate. And he wasn't sure as well. When I put the plate in front of him, he didn't think that was going to fill him up. But it did. So I'm quite happy. Day 2. Successful. This is day 3 of the keto diet, and we're kind of having the same dinner as day 1, but I made some slight changes. So he's having broccoli, and I'm actually having pasta because obviously he's not allowed carbs. So I'm just cutting up the broccoli into really small pieces because I really didn't have a lot. Then in the bottom of my baking dish, I spray this olive oil spray, and then I put his broccoli on one side and then my pasta on the other side. The pasta is cooking right now though, so let's sort out the sauce, which is still the onion and cream, whatever it is, the Domino sauce. I had half of it left from 2 days ago. Then I add almond milk. I make sure to add extra almond milk so I have extra sauce. And then I changed the seasonings, I'm pretty sure, from the first day. So still salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then what else did I use? Can't remember. All-purpose seasoning and Italian herbs, and then I think I used Jamaican jerk seasoning as well. So I had a little bit of a kick to it this time. We also used different meat this time, so I think when I made it on the first day I used pork, but this time we used chicken because my boyfriend brought it home. He brought home a lot of chicken as well. I'm also using 2 different types of cheeses, so one is cheddar and then one is like the Parmigiano, whatever. It was quite hard, but I managed to get a little bit out of it. So I'm just adding my pasta on the other side. And at this point I started putting a little bit of cheese on top and totally forgot about the chicken, as you can see from my reaction right now. So I add the chicken after I struggled to open the box. You'll see how much chicken there is. Plus the chicken is like pre-seasoned as well, so I can't tell you what's on it. It's just, yeah, just believe me, it was a little bit spicy. For me anyway. My boyfriend will not find it spicy, but I have zero tolerance. And then I put a layer of cheese, and then the sauce goes on top, and I had quite a lot of sauce this time, as you can see. And then I put another big layer of cheese on top, and then it all goes into the oven for maybe 20-30 minutes for it to bake, and that is the finished result. Still going strong with the keto diet, and today I made burger bowls. So I used obviously beef, and these are the seasonings I used for the beef. So I cut up some onions to then throw them in with the beef while it's cooking, and then as I did that I basically chopped up the rest of the stuff and got the bowls ready. So I'm using tomatoes, and then I just sorted out the lettuce. I think I did maybe like 4 leaves each, but I probably should have done more because they went so quick. Then I just plated the tomatoes next to them. I don't know how many tomatoes I just did enough like to basically nearly finish the pack. And then my boyfriend brought home some guacamole. I'm so annoyed because I literally bought like 2 packs of guacamole, which had like 4 in them, and they're still not ready. What the heck? So this is the guacamole I'm using. It is a day old, that's why it's a bit blah. Then I'm just putting the meat in. There was quite a lot of meat, to be honest. When I put it in my boyfriend's bowl, I was like, oof, this looks like a lot. But nevertheless, he finished it and also finished the rest of mine that I couldn't eat. Then I just put like a dollop of cream cheese on just to give us a little bit extra colour. And then I grated a little bit of cheese on top. And that was pretty much it. I'm fairly certain. You can see I'm struggling to grate the cheese, as always. But yeah, day 4 complete. Day 5 of keto, and it's a very easy and quick dinner. So this dinner for us is usually like eggs, beans and cheese on toast. But obviously we can't have bread, so yeah. So start off with making your scrambled eggs. I used quite a lot of butter. I only used 2 eggs because I'm really trying not to go through the eggs that quickly. But yeah, you just smack your eggs, crack them, and then you're just gonna like mash them together until it's like, I don't know how to say the consistency, but I do show you. So it should look like this kind of in your pan. Also, I put the beans on the stove as well, so they're cooking. So I'm having mushrooms and broccoli on the side as well to give us a little bit of extra veg. So then I'm just chopping them up, and then I put them in the pan with a big knob of butter as well. I use so much butter when cooking, it's so bad, but it's good for keto. That's what your scrambled eggs should look like. Make sure you're still mixing them as you're chopping stuff, otherwise it will just come into an omelette. Cumberland sausages are literally the best. So put them in once your veggies are finished frying. The beans are done. Also, you're not really allowed beans in keto, so my boyfriend's literally having like the tiniest spoonful while I'm having practically the whole pot. Then I add cheese on top, and the sausages were about finished, so I only had 2 sausages, and then I gave my boyfriend 3 sausages, and then I added just some guacamole on top, and that was pretty much the dinner. So yeah, it doesn't look like a lot, but it does fill you up, I promise. So I didn't actually film a keto day 6. We did do it. We just had pork with like quite a lot of veggies on the side. I didn't film it because we had a full day where basically my boyfriend was working the whole day, so I was just exhausted, and I was also feeling a bit sick, but yeah, just came to say that we did still do it. I didn't even take a picture of it. Like normally I would take a picture of like when I cook meals and stuff, but just didn't. But we'll definitely film day 7 because that will commence a full week of keto, isn't it? Well, not for you. And not for me really either. So let me just clarify a couple of things. I'm not doing a proper keto. I just do my dinners keto. I still have carbs throughout the day. I still eat chocolate. I had a full pack of biscuits today. So yeah. But my boyfriend is doing pretty much full keto. He may have a little bit of carbs throughout the day just to keep him going. But he's doing basically full keto and going to the gym. He will probably only do it for like a month. Yeah, to see how he did. Oh, I've still got a sick on my shoulder. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Yeah, we'll probably only do it for a month and then see how he's doing, and then if he wants to continue, then we'll continue. Otherwise, yeah. Isn't that right, monkey? Yeah. We reached a full week of keto, and yes, I know there's rice on there, but if we didn't have rice, it would have been so plain. So I'm just chopping up an onion finely as I could. I'm so bad at cutting onions. And then threw it into my already sizzling pan. Same with the pepper, I chopped it as finely as I could. And then I grabbed my washed chicken and did like diced, I guess, kind of, however you call it, did it in small little chunks. It isn't marinated. I ended up just throwing all the marination into the pan, which was paprika, Italian seasonings, Jamaican jerk seasoning, and garlic powder. Then I just mixed it all around and then did another dose on top of that. So, because obviously that doesn't look like enough there. But I promise you, do another dose on top and it's perfect. I grated the carrots and chopped them as thinly as I could, because carrots take forever to soften, which is literally the most annoying thing. Then I diced my mushrooms as well into kind of smaller pieces. I used half of this jar of tomato mascarpone sauce with some drops of tomato puree in there, mixed it around and added just half a glass of water, just so there was a little bit more sauce, and left it to cook for until those carrots soften basically. My boyfriend had 2 spoons of rice, I'm telling you, so little. But this is how the dinner was. So yeah, it was quite nice.